with this kohaku. The first thing we all noticed on this fish is the quality of the shiroji. The porcelain, almost translucent looking white on it, that just screams quality through and through. And that's going to make this fish carry on forward too. That when it gets bigger, it's still going to look good. The beni, you can see, is even colored from front to back. I don't think we found any white areas anywhere on there. Nice thick beni, and you can see both the shiroji and beni. You can see what they call fukurin. It's like the skin that's growing around the scales. That gives that fish a little bit more luster, and it's a good sign of good quality skin. Body shape, nice broad shoulders, and it transitions very smoothly back to the tail, so you don't actually get what looks like sometimes a pot belly look because it transitions smoothly. Even on the bottom of the fish, it's transitioning smoothly all the way back, so it gives it a really graceful look as it swims. You just don't see anything wrong with this fish. A couple little shimmies, but on a fish of this quality, we really didn't even consider those at all. So I'm glad the owner didn't try and knock them off, because a lot of times you wind up putting a little beni on it, and especially you don't want to do that on the day of the show, because you're going to wind up with an open area when you do that. So overall, great fish, and I think it's really got a great future in it too.
How about that fish? That's my favorite.
It's Akamatsuba. It's hard to find one that when it gets to that size that hasn't lost scales and messed up that articulation. So a lot of people don't like bringing their Akamatsubas to a koi show, because you lose one scale and you've really lost that pattern. I don't think we found any missing on that.
No, that's immaculate.
Right.
That's my favorite fish. She's brought it before. The shape and everything.
Jason, when are we going to have the fish fry?
Jason,
As soon as you net up your fish and throw them in.
So the Supreme Champion, is that the highest placed here?
Yes.
Over the Grand Champion?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a little different in a lot of the shows. They decided to do a Supreme Champion. I mean, in a lot of places they'll have a Supreme and a Grand A, Grand B.
Okay.
So it's a little bit different, but
Had to change it up this year.
yep.
Like best in show.
Yeah, I guess that's right.
So some shows the Grand Champion is above the Supreme Champion?
No, a lot of shows don't have a Supreme Champion.
We
Okay,
just
just
started.
we're
don't
like
have
the
it.
second or third club to even do this, so
Yeah.
history will say whether to catch on or not. It may or may not.
Okay.
We just did it this year for the first time.
Okay, okay.
Stops. I like that.
Yeah. On a lot of kohakus, if you have what they call an adome, which is the beni stops a little bit before the tail, it actually gives the tail, even though this one has a very strong tail, it even gives it a more powerful presence. I think there's one over here that I'm sure you would agree has a very nice adome. It really makes that tail look real strong.
How old is this fish? 4.
It's only 4 years old, so
Got a
it's
great future in front of it.
And how long is it? How big is it?
It depends. I mean, down
Under
here, I've
28.
experienced it in Florida with the heat.
How about a big
Sometimes
medicine?
the fish, they heat at about 8. You may start seeing the luster go away. It's kind of hard to keep a fish here in the hot south looking really great past 8 to 10 years. The benefit we have is we get to grow them very large
That's the female,
quicker,
isn't it?
but they may peak and start to go down in the summertime.
Now, I'm new at this. You were talking about the scales. You said something about someone might
Fukurin.
might
If you
take
look-
them off.
The shimmies. That's you look. There's a couple of tiny
Oh, the
little black spots.
little black spot there.
Yeah, I've had kohakus that's one reason why I soften my water with Rasa kohaku, that if my general hardness got above 80 parts per million, a couple of shimmies would pop up. If I kept it below 80, it didn't. So that was kind of like my measurement stick. I could tell if my hardness had got up. So sometimes it's hardness, sometimes it's the genetics. That'll get a few.
So if you
but-
change your water, can you get some of the shimmies to go away once they're there? Not really.
They could go away. On a fish this quality, I'd be scared to death to try and take one of those off. Unless it's really on the surface and you don't have to barely scrape to do it. That's
Just consider it a beauty.
A little lemon juice with that harming it, can't you?
lemon juice will screw up the bitty.
Well, I meant on the shimmy.
Well, yeah, but
On the shimmy.
can you
Very
keep it just
careful.
on the shimmy? You're gonna get it on the bitty. So. I would leave it alone.
Yeah.
You may see it go away. I've seen them go away. Sometimes it will, sometimes it
That's
won't.
so typical.
There's Bob.
Taxes.
All right, we're done.
Good job.
Any more
Excuse me.
questions about our Supreme Champion? Where do you want to go? Do you want to go over to Grant?
You guys judge other shows too. How would this fish do in like California or somewhere?
It's all about the competition of the day. In California, they may have a fish of this quality, but California might be bigger too.
Bigger.
But then again, in a couple of years, this fish will be that big as well.
As far as the quality.
Probably do. Stay that good or get better.
Well, it's a quality fish, so I would expect it to stay better. I mean, you already have the sashi on the front end
Yeah.
is levels less than a scale already. So I'm not going to say it's already finished, but it's not that far.
It's not likely though to deteriorate as the fish gets bigger.
You know, it's with the Benny of that quality, I would expect it to stay looking pretty nice.
Is that considered what they call flowery, or?
Some people may consider it flowery. It's not your classic pattern, but when we get to this size, we're not looking as much at pattern as we are in the conservation and the overall quality.
You say Arroyo or a bigger fish pattern, and compared to the additional patterns as you mentioned, like say the traditional three-step or the Grand Champion, you don't want to have all three steps. They're pieces of a puzzle, so this is a wonderful piece of a puzzle on the fish. Lends interest. If you had a pond of all aqua, this would be a very interesting fish.
Do you have a filter on your water, Jason?
I think we want to move to tank 6.
Do you have a
and talk
filter
about
on
the Grand
your,
Champion.
to make it soft or anything?